Welcome to Non Pars de Mundo. My name is Marcel, and I really hope every one of you is having a great week and is doing well. Today we take a deep look at the track, the demo track I just created, The Long Way to Ithaca. I used for this only two libraries of ZeroG. The first one is the reason why I made it. Ethera Gold Odyssey, and I just can tell you, like you heard, these voices are just beautiful. And for underscoring, or a little bit more than an underscoring, Kepler 2, also from ZeroG, and both libraries made by Stefano Maccarelli, which you know probably from several libraries, but mainly from Kepler and Ethera and whatever. So useful instruments, by the way. You have to check them out. Anyway, for this track, I only used the engine to make adjustments like delay, reverb, EQ, except for the Masterbuss. So I got an SSL comp with these settings, attack to 10 and auto release, analog, and so on. Scratches a little bit or get into the minus 4 dB on the loud part. And I'm using the L4 from Waves also in modern setting, release 2.5, and yeah, so nothing special here. And I also have, for the deep rumbling, a low cut filter at 30 Hertz. So that's it so far. All other stuff was made within these amazing engines. So if you look at Odyssey, you will see that it has a lot of common with Kepler 2, especially the texture designer. So it's basically kind of like Kepler 2, so you have almost all the same settings. Yeah, but now we just dive in. We start with a textural from Kepler, Elements Air. So I used the Ghost Flute and changed it with the Elements Air and made some adjustments in the EQ and space. Yeah, hear for yourself. So this texture reminds me a lot of the tracks of the Odyssey soundtrack. So I use this, and also another one was the Ghost Flute itself. Because it has really this kind of sound I want to recreate a little bit. I mean, the whole composition is my own, so I did not copy anything from the original. Just the style I want to recreate a little bit. And then, as you heard, I used this boom, like probably heard on the soundtrack of the movie too. And yeah, it's really cool that Kepler is having a lot of different tools for scoring. You will see a lot of another instruments too later. When they got introduced in the track. Yeah, and then I used the angelic texture. So I did not use a legato for this time, just because I want to create a little bit of atmosphere in the beginning, and then it stops. So I just introduced a synth from the vocal phrases. Which sounds pretty cool. And anyway, so if you get the vocal phrases, it is so cool if you just click, for example, C5. and then play it together. And yeah, it's so much fun and so inspiring using it. But anyway, I use here so the basic note for my chord progression. So I use the bass note, and yeah, to introduce first time more the Odyssey, so the instrument, the Odyssey. And as you see, I did not make a lot of changes in the melody because I want to keep this same melody around a little bit, because it's like longing for something. And this is what I try to recreate with that. And you also see I don't use a lot of modulation. You will see that in further in the track, because these libraries have a lot of modulation already built in, and this is so cool. This is why the ZeroG, Kepler, or Ethera Gold Odyssey or Ethera Gold 2.5 are so useful, and you're so fast to create a track. So here, there's already some modulation in it, although I did not program anything in it. But it sounds so broad, it sounds like it says angelic texture. Yeah, and then I introduce true legato, and the true legatos of Odyssey are just stunning. This is something you have to keep in mind if you use legato. You have like a delay of minus 300 milliseconds. And this is cool, Stefano already got it in here. So you have to set your DAW track to minus 300 milliseconds, which I did. And I made this Odyssey True Legato more to the right and the Angelic more to the left. Yeah, right. And so it builds more this feeling. And also we got some additional effects. Which I really love. And it reminds me also on the soundtrack, but because he uses a lot of very interesting sound design techniques and sound design elements. And to give a little bit of a climax, or I don't want it. Yeah, climax is not the right word for it, but to push it a little bit when it comes to the very quiet part where I introduce the choir texture, which is stunningly beautiful. So I introduce a distorted guitar, also from Kepler, and so yeah. You hear the violin, probably very good. And I mean, Kepler is not a string library, but these strings are amazing. Just beautiful, really. I love to use them because they have their own unique character. And yeah, just they also have, he also included violins, a viola, and a cello. So it's only one violin and one cello. And this is so beautiful, really. And I love to underscore a little bit the melody of the true legato. What you have to keep in mind, of course, if you play around with true legato, you have to make like overlapping notes where you want to have the legato feeling, except for here for the C4 2 times 2 times here, so you can't do this here, of course. But yeah, I recreated the phrases which are introduced on 4, which are introduced here. And like I said, the true legato is so beautiful. Also the angelic. And also here, I was not forced to do any modulation, so I left it at 75. And on the Odyssey, it was 106 to give it more of a feeling, more modulation or more emphasis. And the FX is basically, so you have like reverb and a delay effect. You can't adjust the delay in time and whatever, but you can adjust it a little bit. So, and this is the reverb, the blue one. This is pretty cool to adjust because it's very fast to do it. Yeah. And all, or not all, but the most parts are from Sarah Müller. She's having a beautiful voice. Also Clara, which we know from Ethera. Yeah, pretty stunning vocals. We are looking forward to Silentium when you have Clara again and all the other parts. Yeah, he's making with that library. But now we are on this demo track. So that was the quiet part, and then I introduced the synth again to give again the bass feeling, and now to come to the climax, or not the climax, more to the theme of the track. So I used strings again. So slow 3 strings, it's a viola soft, a violin bow, and a cello, which is in this preset. So I did not make any other change on this one. Just stunningly how it sounds. Just so beautiful and so useful. And I introduced the chord, and here I got some in modulation, but I need it, to be honest. So this track. So it's an open chord, and I want to give more emphasis on the terts. The terts, I don't know, is it the right English word? And yeah, to give this epic feeling. So if you emphasize the terts, so for instance, it's a C minor chord. If you play it open, you give more emphasis to the terts, what we would say in Germany. And this is what I did, especially with this really emotional phrases. And I used the choir texture, which you heard in the choir part, which is stunning. It's so soft and wow. When I heard it first, it was just amazing to listen to it. But also no modulation. So it's already so easy to use. I mean, you can create whatever, an atmospheric track and an ambient track with it right away. It's so beautiful, this library. Yeah, you got a bunch of different NKIs, 28, because you have an init, which is cool, which I love. And yeah, just want to say it again, it's so beautiful and so useful. When I first played it, it was like having goosebumps all over the body because it's so emotional to play with, especially the vocal phrases. They catch me right away. I mean, you saw probably they're actually at 85 BPM and my track is an 80, but it still fits for my taste. Let me know in the comments if you think otherwise. Yeah. And I introduce a guitar here also to give a little bit of, because I'm a guitar guy and I love the guitar. And if you play just a little chord, it sounds really beautiful and gives some emotional support on the track, in my opinion. And then I have this on the left and on the right side. I also have a e-guitar. This time I have a macro. I set up a macro to adjust the level a little bit to give a raise, and then it goes down. So a little bit of modulation on the volume to give more emotions into the track. And then introducing again the guitars. Keep in mind, if you use these guitars, you have this sound, the sound I used, and another sound. So I actually use only the electric guitar 12, but it's only this preset. I think I made some adjustments. No, I don't. Not on this one. But sometimes I change a little bit on the EQ, but not much. Because they're well produced and mix ready in my opinion. And the sounds are just stunningly amazing. And then if you go heading more to the climax and you see I make a raise of volume when we come to 5, because to give the climax the power it deserves and needs. Another design sequel, which is pretty amazing, Kepler 2. It gives also this dystopian feeling a little bit. And also, I introduced some hybrid percussions. So this is just like a loop. Or it's a loop from Kepler 2. So hybrid percussion 4, 2, and 3. Oh. You just basically press C3. And I also have this tick-tock. Yeah. It's called under the name light percussions. But no, it's percussion tick-tock. Yeah, right. Sorry. And yeah, just giving a little bit more of a drive. I mean, it's a long way home. You have these different obstacles you face. Obstacle in life we face. Sometimes everyone has this long way to Ithaca because we all face a lot of difficulties. And this is what I tried a little bit to give in this track, or that you feel this. And it's not always easy, and sometimes you don't know what will happen. That's the reason why I introduced melismatic, which sounds on its own like this. And it's also in the texture designer of Odyssey. And then the texture designer alone. I could have used diminished chords, but I just want to give a little bit of this mystic feeling, or what will happen to me, I don't know, but not too much. So this is why I stayed to the original chord to my chord progression, just to give a little bit of this unknown feeling, what will happen, and the danger I might face. Yeah, and also keep the synth alive to give this more synthy background tone, more bass sound. Yeah. And then introduce again the violin, but not exactly to the melody, so it's a little bit like a counter melody. Yeah. And again, the wind textures, which I'm a huge fan of because they sound so amazing, so deeply sampled. But this time no throne, so I don't have a throne or a bass sound for this like in the beginning. You see here. Yeah, and then the guitar is all the time on C, just to give this pulsing sound with the change of the chord progression, but the pulsing sound in the background just keeps to give this epic feel, to give it this epic feeling and this driving feeling. And then at the end again introduce the voice. Also, what I did not mention was the violin. It plays some kind of a legato according to the melody. So if we take the violin and the vocal phrases together. You see, it's so useful to use the violin. and it sounds so beautiful. Gives this legato or this phrase more of an emotional feeling. And as you can see, almost no modulation because it's so easy, or just already you have a lot of emotions. Except in the end, so I made some changes in the end with the legato phrases, but with this violin to give more emphasis on the end when it changes to the climax. Also in the end, I make a high note, so it goes up. What is pretty cool, which I did not on this track, but it wasn't necessary. It was, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is legato, so that means you see it keeps the waveform at the position, and just that's the reason why you see how deeply sampled this library really is, because it seamlessly goes into the other sample. This is why for me ZeroG is standing out. The Stefano Maccarelli stuff he is producing, this is the reason why he's standing out, because it's different than other libraries, the approach, or maybe they do it the same, I don't know, but I love it because you see it, and I'm a big fan of seeing the waveform, and you also can tell how deeply he sampled the library. So basically every white key is one sample. This is pretty amazing and shows the high quality Stefano is providing with this library also. And the same with Odyssey, with this amazing library. I will do a walkthrough of this library also, so only showing the sounds, what is capable with this library, and what are you able to do with it, because it's so beautiful, and show you all the sounds which are available here. So all the NKIs, all the articulations. Yeah, I will show that in another video soon. Okay, I think I did not forget anything. If yes, just let me know in the comments. I will come back to you and answer all your questions you have, and consider subscribing, because more is to come, more libraries reviews or more demo tracks. I only use the libraries which you know from my pure approach, from different libraries or other libraries, because I think this is an amazing way to show off how amazing a library can sound by its own without the use of any other stuff. All right. I have to thank again Stefano and ZeroG for providing a license of the Odyssey for me. I'm really thankful for that, to have the chance to get my fingers on that. Kepler was something I already bought a while ago. I also have Kepler 1. These two libraries are really amazing and useful. I use them a lot. Really, I really recommend checking out Odyssey. So Ethera Gold Odyssey, because it's an amazing library and amazing voice library. No man voices in it, but you don't need it if you are searching exactly for this kind of sound. Just wow. Still getting goosebumps if I listen to it. And yeah, if you're not inspired or you don't know how to make it track, just use the vocal phrases. I mean, if you use them, it's like you get inspired right away, no matter which phrases you are using. If you are in minor, or if you say you want to stay more in major. Also, just beautiful. But it was not my intention to show you off this library right now. I would, like I said, I will do another walkthrough only with this library, so I show all the sounds this library is having inside. And yeah, check it out. It's beautiful. The good thing is on ZeroG stuff, it's an amazing quality at a very, very fair price. So definitely worth checking out. Also Kepler 2, which is a stunning library, not only for the hybrid stuff, or like you would say, it's Dune-like, but it's not. It's way more. Yeah, check it out because it's so stunningly beautiful. So that's it so far. Like I said, I hope I did not forget anything. So you see I made some changes with the panning to give the track more space. Right, and that's it so far. As you can see, right out of the box, these two libraries combined, just nuts, really. So I hope you did like this video and stay connected. I would love to have more subscribers. No, I would love if you would join it. I will try to make more content to introduce you to more libraries and to the kind of approach I choose. The pure approach, so it means no effects, only compressor and limiter, and maybe a little adjustment on the EQ at the Masterbuss, but that's it. I just want to show off libraries, how stunningly they can sound by itself. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and have a great day, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.